here tonight is a very dangerous club to open.
Not one of the teams that's middle of the pack. They're quality basketball teams. Let's back up a little bit. Just kind of recap last year. Cost to one, at least assure that
Team that we're playing the very last game here. So this is sort of like, remember the out year that really hurt. I mean, the season as I think we take here at Fond du Lac, and it goes to show that team I think was a sub-100 team. Good. As I say this all the time. People probably think, geez, he's blowing smoke, but that's very solid. And we went an off night offensively and only put 36 points on us. So, teams do put a ton. We've got to be ready every game, and there will be nights throughout the year that the scoring production is down, and that's where defensively you have to be really, really tough. And normally you would think if you can hold a team to 37 points, but that wasn't the case the last ball game last year, and cost us a chip.
Respect this week, references were made to the game, even though it's not one of the top opponents in the FBA. Every game is so vitally important because what could happen when we get later in the season. Don't take anything for granted.
Well, that's right, and hopefully kids learn from that and pride ourselves over that we come in prepared, and we don't normally lose teams that could beat. And things about our program is the fact that we just don't lose to sub-500 clubs, and I think that's the first time in a long, long time.
You don't lose too often on the home court, period.
No.
Just read in the paper here the other day, Al. Your home record is like 105-7 over the 10-year period, something like that. That's pretty phenomenal.
Numbers are, but yeah, our kids really enjoy playing at home in front of their fans, and I think take a lot of pride.
Well, as we kick off the FBA this year, we mentioned Oshkosh. Appleton North. Let me get the right city up the valley here. Start us out from Appleton North. Now, I know that they are down a little.
Well, they have their best player is second team conference player. And one of the premier guy can outside. He can take the kind of kid that makes everybody else around him that much better. Tonight, but they do have some size. Really be a test for our guys. We're going to be giving away inches or so in there, and this Galloway kid is another very nice player to keep your eye on. So although they don't have a lot of name players, those two kids coming back are the two that we're really concerned with.
And you talk a little bit about the height disadvantage. This is probably something we must get used to, because through the course of the season, size-wise most often.
Right, and we have about the same kind of size we have.
Right.
But we're a little bit less pound-wise.
Right.
Nick Sanger, Cameron Siggy, guys that could play more physical than the guys we have now. And so our guys are leaner. They have to be.
Dick, as we head into the conference schedule, going back to those non-conference games, what, if anything, was there that we found out about this basketball team that's going to be important as we go into the season?
I think we have good team speed. I felt that going in, and I think our ability to get out and run the floor was evident with the number of fast break opportunities we got. Dallas really flies down the floor, and Al Foster, another guy that runs down the floor. And we're going to hope that while guys like Al and Tim and Dallas sometimes are going to be guarded by bigger, heavier guys, that they're going to be able to get out and outrun some people and get ahead of the pack and get some easy shots. But in order to do that, we've got to get the ball on the defensive end of the floor. We've got to rebound it. So we're going to have to rebound by committee. You know, we won't have the luxury of being able to, say, release a guy off the defensive glass to try to get down the floor.
Another thing I saw in this club, it seems to be a very quick team as far as defensively. Good hands, all of the ball hawking. They're very aggressive on the defensive side. This looks to be a very good defensive ball club, period.
Well, I think they have the makings to be. And so far in those first 2 games, I think we did all right. But, we need to continually strive at playing with a lot of aggressiveness and keeping our hands real active. I don't know that we're the quickest, around. We do have good speed, but I think if our kids can just anticipate and know where they're supposed to be and get there, we'll be solid.
Well, the FBA kicks off here tonight at the Redbird Arena. And Dick, good luck on tonight's opener and, of course, the remainder of the season.
Well, thank you, as always.
We'll be right back with the starting lineups right after this on your Cardinal Basketball Report.
All right, everybody. If this one doesn't get your toe tapping, check your pulse. You may be dead. Here it is, coming to you in living cola. Refreshing Pepsi Cola. From the wonderful folks who put the R in cola. I'll be signing off now, because it's my bedtime. I'll catch you on the flip side. Be there.
I like this job.
And once again, welcome back to the Redbird Arena. Moments here before our opening tip-off. Once again, I'm Mike Pfeiffer, along with Mark Simon in the call of tonight's game. Mark, so important to get that first win in the column when it really starts. The Cardinals drawing an opponent they should be able to handle at the home court. But I think, in retrospect, I think we touched on in the pregame with Dick Diener. In future years, I think Dick is going to look for tougher competition in the exhibition games.
I think so too. I think Coach Diener goes out and tries to get good opponents, but I don't know how many teams around the state want to come and play Fond du Lac. Usually it's a 2-year deal where we have to play at someone else's home, and they're going to have to come and play here. And I think a lot of teams don't want to on our home court. And I think he just wants to get some athletic teams in your caliber teams. I don't think they want to come here to play.
Right now, let's take it courtside for tonight's starting lineups.
Number 25, Brian Krause. Number 43, Thad Leach. Number 53, Elliot West. And number 55, Phil Vandenberg. Non-starters for the Cardinals of Fond du Lac. Number 3, Ben Wisniewski. Number 4, Rob Swick. Number 12, Eric McClyman. Number 13, Jesse Jacob. Number 24, Ryan Lloyd. Number 25, Al Foster. Number 32, Joe Dilling. Number 34, Justin Kaiser. And number 44, Joel Michaels. And now for the starting lineup for the Appleton North Lightning. Number 15, Joe Larson. Number 23, Eric. Number 33, Chuck Galloway. Number 35, David Black. And number 51, Eric Alness. The Lightning are coached by Bill Mueller, assisted by Mick Gilbert, Scott Tees, Gazins. Now for the lineup for the Fondy Cardinals. Number 5, Dallas Diener. Number 10, Travis Diener. Number 20, Ben Thomas. Number 22, Tim Lloyd. Number 33, Drake Diener. The Cardinals are coached by Dick Diener, assisted by Jim Siebert and Roger Springborn.
That's the Cardinals and Lightning coming up right after this on your Cardinal Basketball Report.
Come expand with us. We're Wisconsin EPS, and we supply the Midwest leaders in the building, manufacturing, packaging, and roofing industries with the best in polystyrene products. Our ability to provide solutions to these many industries has made Wisconsin EPS the leader in polystyrene. We're expanding into the millennium. Come expand with us in a growing, ever-changing company. Wisconsin EPS.
Back at the Redbird Arena, about ready for the opening tip-off as Timmy Lloyd steps into the center circle, along with Eric Alness, 6'7", senior center. And we're underway here from the Redbird Arena. Opening tip-off controlled by your Fond du Lac Cardinals.
I'd expect a low-scoring game here tonight.
Cardinals get it inside, off the glass, bake it in by Drake Diener. Cardinals off and running.
Appleton North will try to break them down. Get 5-10 passes every possession.
Off the top of the circle, now right side. Free throw line extended. That's Platt now, but swing it back between the rings to near side. Larson down to the coffin corner. As they rotate the ball along, the bounce pass to the free throw line as Alness steps out. Now work it, as you mentioned, Mark, they're doing exactly that now. Very patient offensively. Get down to Alness outside, loses the handle, goes to the basket, able to kick it out to Hoodorf. His shot off the rim and good.
That's their style of play. They'll break you down for a minute if they have to.
And all knotted up at 2-all, just inside of 7 to go here in the first quarter of play. Travis's shot, no good. Ball bang free, kept alive by Fond du Lac. Thomas takes it away. Get it down low. Dallas Diener on the pass, puts it in.
That was all created by off the steal by Ben.
Good job by the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Taking a 4-2 lead, get it down to Alness. His fade away from 6 feet long. Air ball pulled down by Travis. Get it out front to Tim Lloyd, running the court. Pulls up, cut off nicely in the black. Now a bad pass tipped away by Larson. He's going to take it to the glass. Partially blocked by Fond du Lac's Travis Diener, and Thomas away with the rebound. So Ben brings it from the near side. Travis with it. Free throw line extended. Back between the rings to the far side. Dallas is going to take the 14-footer and knock it in.
That was a good-looking jumper by Dallas. He's a pretty good shooter from about 15 feet and in.
And the Cardinals up 6-2, 5-5-5 left to go in the opening quarter of play. Get down to the baseline, cut off is Larson. He'll reload it. Back top of the circle, Platt. Off the yo-yo dribble, swing it between the rings right now with the dribble. Cut off by Diener as he doubles up momentarily. Now give it back to Galloway. Off to the right side sidewalk. Get down to low block, and prior to, we're going to have a foul on Fond du Lac's Dallas Diener. A little bit of a push down in the baseline. First personal on Dallas, first team foul. And the Lightning will inbound underneath their own basket to the left side. Lob feed high over the top to Galloway on the inbounds. He'll bring it back to between the rings, off to Hoodorf. Off the yo-yo dribble to the left side, sidewalk. Larson now back between the rings again. Very patient offense, Mark. Once again, exactly what you talked about. Got away with, nope,
travel,
did not.
travel.
Yep. Now, Eric Alness wanted to go to the glass and got caught up in between. Commits the turnover, and Fond du Lac will get the ball back with 5:20 to go in the opening quarter of play, owning a 6-2 lead. Travis Diener with the basketball as he gives it off to Dallas. Now back top of the circle, popping out is Thomas. On the cut to the hoop, give it to Travis, and he'll lay it in. Cardinals getting some great high percentage shots.
That was a great pass by Drake off the curl by Trav.
Travis's first points of the basketball game. Fond du Lac now on your Your Wisconsin EPS score has Cardinals out in front, 8-2. Top of the key. Galloway off to the right side, off the penetration there. Platt cut off. They have to reset it. Ellis now back to Platt, two-man game. Get Larson involved, swing it to the near side of the court. A lot of perimeter action going on right now. Fond du Lac's very aggressive man-to-man D. Larson, bounce pass, top of the key. Dick Diener, as typical, he's working hard on defense, coaching. Ball banged away, good weak side. Here comes Thomas. He's gonna take it to the coast to coast.
Oh, he got hammered.
Yeah, it looked like he got fouled, but they're gonna say blocked out of bounds, and Cardinals will inbound underneath their own basket.
That's Ben's second steal of the game already. He really gets after it on defense.
Mr. D. Lob feed to Dallas, now over to Thomas to the near side. Swing it back to Travis.
Good.
On the way, Rimson won't go off the tray. Pulled down by Dallas. Cardinals reload the offense, just under 4 to go in the opening quarter of play. Travis Diener back to the top. I was at the Bucks game last night. I want to say Tim Thomas for some reason. Ben Thomas. Ben with the basketball, pumps once, twice, take it inside.
Got hammered again.
Yep, got hammered, actually got the body as well as up on top. Dick Diener lobbying for the call, who's not going to get it. So Larson will reload the offense. Fond du Lac D's been very aggressive from the word go. Get it inside, losing the handle is Aldis, and the Cards get it back.
Yeah, I'm impressed with their defense so far. They're really flying around, getting after the ball. Created 4 turnovers already.
And the Lightning want a timeout. It's a 20. We'll keep it right here. Your Wisconsin EPS scorer, the Cardinals 8, and the Lightning 2. And today's game is brought to you by E&B Computers. For repairs, upgrades, sales, and maintenance of your computer, call Dan and Bob at E&B Computer Services at 923-6030. We make house calls. That's E&B Computer Services of Fond du Lac. Well, they're good ones to know if you're going to have any of the Y2K problems. You worried about those?
No, I'm not. I don't let it bother me at all.
No, I think it's overrated.
Yeah.
Tuesday night, we'll have high school hockey for the first time as the Fond du Lac Cardinals, who dropped their opening game, what are rated, like top 5 or something like that?
Number 3, yeah. 3, yeah.
In the state, returning a lot of talent. This year's team will be taking on the Golden Beavers of Beaver Dam. Yeah, they lost to Waukesha Memorial. The next night came back and rebounded to beat Marquette. And will now play Beaver Dam. That's a 7:30 face-off at the Blue Line FIC, so we'll have it for you at 9:30-ish, maybe a little bit later than that. 7:30 in the schedule, but I don't know if that's accurate. But we'll check that for you before we get out of here today. Travis going to the glass, and a foul. Blocking foul inside. I believe they'll call this on Eric Aldis. That's it. His first personal, the first team foul for the Lightning.
That's a good strong move by Travis. You know, he doesn't look too intimidating out there, but he uses his body real well, and he takes it to the hole real strong.
A lot of quickness, and he certainly is not afraid to go inside, even though he goes at, well, they got, what, this is 6, is he 6'1"?
I say he's about 6 feet, 6'1".
I'm listed at 6'1", I didn't know if he was that big.
Probably about $140.
Jumping right out of the showers.
Yeah.
1 out of 2 for Travis from the line. 3 points on the night thus far. Fond du Lac increases their lead to 7 at 9-2. Crossover dribble to the far side of the court. Now back between the rings, Galloway. And a foul underneath the wave. It's going to go against the Lightning. It's either Aldis or Larson.
Fond du Lac's really getting on pressure in the ball tonight, making Appleton North, you know, they got hard, seems like a hard pass. Every single pass they have is difficult for them.
Larson picks up his first personal foul. Dallas to the glass. Good! +1. Dallas is deceivingly quick.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he would be as quick as he is. He's got a good first step. into the game, Jesse Jekyll for the Cardinals, along with Al Foster.
Yeah, he'll hit that jump shot 2-3 times in a row, and then, you know, you think he's going to shoot it again. He'll drive right by you and take it strong to the hole. He's got a real good all-around game, real solid.
7 of the Fond du Lac, 12 points here in the first quarter of play.
I think you're going to see a lot of scoring out of Dallas this year. Good help.
And Galloway with it. Now he's going to take the rainbow three. Won't go. Pulled down by Fond du Lac. Did a great job on the clear out again. Get it down. Drake Diener up the baseline. Bangs it in, I should say, from about 14. Fond du Lac red hot here, 14-2 in the opening quarter of play. This is one of those games, if you come out prepared to play, it shouldn't be much of a match. And the Cardinals thus far have come out ready to play.
Yeah, they have. They look real intense out there.
Cardinals deflect the ball off of Galloway. It'll go back to the Fond du Lac Cardinals inbound. Up off the Pines, Phil Vandenberg, 6'3" junior in at the post.
And finally, being so small this year, they can really put a lot of ball pressure on the opposing team, and that's going to create a lot of turnovers.
Travis will take the tray, back of the hoop, pulled down by Jekyll. Reloaded with Dallas out now above the perimeter. Swing it between the rings to Drake Diener, 1:57 to go in the quarter. Dallas off the dribble, back, looking near side, now goes back to Foster, swing it between the rings to the near side. There's Drake with the long two, rims, falls. Drake with 6.
That's great offense, that's textbook.
A lot of touches. Cardinals up 16-2. Thomas looking to come right back in for Fond du Lac along with Lloyd. Ball free on the court, Foster with it. And the jump ball.
That's great hustle by Al.
Foster, or check that, Thomas Lloyd back in. Who's going to go? Travis will exit along with. Got to get one more guy off the court here. Dallas Diener is going to come out also. The lack of communication momentarily almost cost the Cardinals a technical. And I think they're going to say now that
I think Al's busted up down there.
Al's got a little blood in the forearm, so he will have to come out of the basketball game. I think Diener's going to have to bring somebody else in for him. They'll clean it up and they can get him back in there momentarily. But neither Travis nor Dallas can come back in because the clock has got to rotate once. They were just substituted for. The clock's got to start before they can get back on the court.
It looks like they're going to go with Joe Michaels out there for Al.
And that's who it is.
Gives him a little size.
So the Lightning look to inbound. Cardinals take it away. Push it down the court. Lloyd now back to Drake Diener. He'll penetrate, pull up the free throw line on the way. Bingo!
Drake's got her going tonight.
Drake's got 8. Dallas has got 7. And Travis has got the other 3.
Ooh.
So via the scoreboard is now Diener's 18. And the Lightning 2. And Foster right back in as Michael will come out. 65 seconds to go here in the opening quarter of play. It has been completely one-sided thus far. Platt loses the handle. Cardinals again force the turnover. Lots of turnovers here in the first quarter, I should say, for the Lightning. Foster with it. Fakes the 3, looks at it's a bounce pass. Nice entry feed. That Drake Diener give the assist to Al Foster.
Geez, they're on fire so far. I only got him down as missing 2 shots.
I believe it. They haven't missed much. Lanus gets it down low, and finally the drought is stopped momentarily by Eric Aldis.
That's the 4th shot they managed to shoot this whole quarter, so it shows Fond du Lac's playing excellent defense.
Forcing a lot of look for the last one now as the clock rolls to 10.
Probably flattening out for Drake here. Looks like we got a mismatch.
And a foul. A holding foul is going to go against David Platt. That will be his first personal. Five seconds on the clock now. Cardinals are inbound side court. On the lob feed, and they're going to say over and back on the Cardinals. The lob feed came right at the mid-court line, and they're going to say that Travis had possession in the forecourt before he fell back.
Yeah, that was a good call.
You don't really like to leave that hang out right on the line. You go throw it back there, put it in the backcourt.
Yeah.
Long three on the way at the buzzer is going to come well short, and we've come to the end of the first quarter of play here from the Redbird Arena. After one, it's all Cardinals. Your Wisconsin EPS score, the Cardinals 20, the Lightning 4. We'll be right back right after this on your Cardinal basketball report.
Team Sports is your source for letter jackets throughout the Fond du Lac area. Team Sports is also your store for youth wrestling and basketball supplies. From Cardinals and Ledgers to Badgers and Packers, let Team Sports be your sports store. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 8 and Saturday from 9 to 4. Team Sports, downtown Fond du Lac, across from Veterans Park.
Back at the Redbird Arena, the JV action tonight. The Cardinals, led by Bob Lloyd, head coach of the JVs, on a bomb job all over the Lightning, and this one's going the same way. Mark, let's take a look at the stats here for the first quarter.
Well, finally came out shooting 10 for 13, while Appleton North was 2 for 4. Finally had 3 rebounds and 1 turnover, while Appleton North had 1 rebound and 5 turnovers.
Well, those stats would indicate a bit of a blowout. That's exactly what we have after one, 20-4.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Fond du Lac's defense so far. They're helping well, they're recovering well, and just their team defense is excellent so far.
I really think, Mark, that that's going to be a strong aspect for their team as it wears on in the season. I think their defense is going to be better than suspected.
Yeah, Fond du Lac's defense is always real solid. Coach Diener always builds his program on defense, and very seldom are you going to see a bad defensive team here at Fond du Lac.
Got a foul away from the ball. Might go on Lloyd. That's who it'll be. I'll say an illegal pick for Tim Lloyd, his second team foul at Fond du Lac. So Joe Larson will bring it across the timeline for the Lightning of Appleton North. As they work to the near side. Now off to the top of the circle, and a traveling violation on David Platt. Shuffled the feet a little bit with 7:27 to go in the second.
The ball pressure, and it's really hurting Appleton North thus far.
Dallas Diener back in. Jesse Jekyll out for Fond du Lac. So Travis will bring it across the timeline. Give it off to Foster. Al on the dribble to Lloyd on the far side. Back to Travis, just behind the arc. Fond du Lac, a lot of movement on the court. You can see nobody standing around.
That's what you want.
Cardinals, that's why they shot such a high percentage. They're going to say traveling on Travis.
Oh.
7:03 to go in the first half of play from the Redbird Arena. Off the bounce, Larson loses the handle momentarily, gets it back. Pull up Jay from Platt won't go. Kept alive, and Lloyd comes away with the rebound for Fond du Lac. On the bounce pass. Thomas pulls up. Now it's going to reset the offense for Fondy. Get it to Dallas on the near side, popping out. Travis right at the arc. Free throw line extended. Back to the far side. Lloyd on the pull-up 18-footer, and he'll hit it.
He'll hit that all day. He's automatic on that 15-foot jump shot.
Well, Lloyd's first points to the basketball game. First points for a Cardinal player that doesn't start with a D. Off to the far side. Hodorf is going to reload top of the circle to Ulness. I think Cardinals will be happy with him out there all day long. 6'7", and he's playing 20 feet away from the basket.
That's where they want him.
Pull-up Rimmer will fall for Larson. Check it, that wasn't Larson, that was Platt. Platt's first points of the basketball game. 22-6 now. Lloyd will take another one, same distance, this one won't go. Pulled down by David Platt. Leaves it in the backcourt for Larson across the timeline. Reverse the dribble. Thomas in his hip pocket, bad pass, but it's picked up across court by Hordorf. Now they're reloading the offense to Larson, back to the near side. Platt going to take it to the hoop, bump, bang, foul. Blocking foul on Dallas Diener, his second.
Yeah, he got him with the body there.
Future Fond du Lac Gals basketball players. Speaking of, Fond du Lac girls off and running to a great start. Big win again last night.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have a good squad, too.
Speaking of the Fond du Lac girls, I believe, the way it looks, I think, we're going to have girls basketball next Friday night, right here at the Redbird Arena. In our first peek at the Fond du Lac Gals, off the Aldous miss, the Cardinals again out and pushing. Drake Diener got Lloyd open, skipping back to the top of the circle, looking down low. Good pass, Drake Diener double pumps, bucket and a foul.
That was a great pass by Ben, good vision out there, and a good finish by Drake.
12 points here in the first half for Drake, looking for number 13. The foul, by the way, will go on Ulness, his second. Drake will take the free throw, rims, and comes out. Fond du Lac, 2 for 4. That's uncharacteristic for them at the charity stripe as a team. Platt. Sway between the rings to the far side of the court. Latest. Back to Ulness. Cut off. Bang, ball, bang, free. Now what?
Geez, they really got that big guy playing away from the basket tonight. I wonder what's the reason behind that.
Foul, let's check it. It's going to go against Ben Thomas. They have it for 2 fouls. I have it for 1. I don't know what the... I'm going to go with mine for the time being. Pull up off the baseline won't go. Fond du Lac with the rebound. Jekyll, Diener. Now Lloyd again, likes that distance. This one won't go. Banged out of bounds. Back to Fond du Lac. Cardinals will inbound side court. 4:30 to go in the first half of play. Travis with honors. Lob feed over the top to Foster. Between the rings. On the cut. Travis, give and go. Easy layup.
Great pass, great curl.
Well, Fond du Lac's having it their way. This basketball game, pretty much dissecting.
Yep.
Drake takes it away. He's going to try to take it coast to coast. Lays it. Good. Well, that's a lot of English there. He got off the front of the rim and still went over. And with that, the Lightning want to talk it over. Bill Miller's going to take a timeout. 4:07 to go in the first half of play. Cardinals lead it 28-6. We'll be right back.
Alike. Marine Credit Union strives to be your first choice when it comes to all your financial needs. We offer a full line of products and services, including no-fee checking accounts, time and debit cards, and a complete line of loan products. Membership is open to anyone living or working in Fond du Lac County, the city of Waupun, and select townships in Dodge County. Marine Credit Union, with 5 locations to serve you in Fond du Lac, North Fond du Lac, and Waupun. Member NCUA.
Welcome back to the Redbird Arena. Off the timeout, the Cardinals are going to go back to the defensive end, and the Lightning to inbound. Cardinals now going to show a little pressure, but it's just a little token. Once they get it in, they drop it off, pick him up at half court. As Linus gets it across the timeline, bounce pass to the near side to Platt. Now he'll leave it off to Ulness again. What you were talking about again, Mark, he's way out. You know, I think he's going to take it to the hoop and throw a wild shot up and bangs it hard off the glass. He's Fond du Lac on a push. but a little bit too far out of bounds back to the Lightning. But Mark, the only thing I can figure out is why they haven't played that far is they just can't get into their offense. They're trying to find a way to get him the basketball, but he's just out of position when he's 18 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, they should have him rooting in the post from block to block, but I don't know, maybe they got a different game plan.
Now, it's not like they're trying to pull somebody, defensively move to bring our big guy out, because we really don't have a guy that's matching up. So at any rate, Cardinals back with it. Travis is going to try to penetrate on the baseline, cut off nicely. Now let's get past to the near side. Get it down in the block, near side. Pump it once, now it's got to reload. Foster on a penetration and a reach-in foul. Should be on Lanus, but we'll check it out. That's what it's going to be. His first personal. .304 to go in the first half of play. Wisconsin EPS scores. The Cardinals owning this basketball game 28-6. And with the basketball, they'll inbound side court. This only the second game of the season for the North Lightning. They have thus far played one non-conference game. Later on, they will play Seymour non-conference. The one game they did play was against the Manitowoc Ships, and they dropped that one last week.
What was the score of that game?
I don't know the score, but I did know they lost it.
Yeah.
And out of bounds, and it will go stay with the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Cardinals will inbound right down in the corner, right below us. Drake with honors to Travis. Bounce pass back to Drake at and above the arc. Pick up a pick from Jekyll, swinging around to Foster. Al reverses it, gonna take it, loses the handle out of bounds, and they're gonna say it was last touched by Lanus. Well, Cardinals with just over 2:30 to go in the first half of play will inbound once again.
Yeah, they're letting them play out there tonight. That's what you like to see once in a while.
Yep.
People don't come here to watch the refs.
Travis off the catch and shoot, won't go. Pulled down by Jekyll, and he's got the putback.
That's what they need out of him this year, some offensive rebounds from him. He's pretty athletic. Really hit the boards.
32-6, your EPS score. Galloway. Off to the top of the circle, Platt. Three-pointer on the way, draws nothing, but that was a rock, hit the glass.
Might have cracked it there.
I better check that pup out. Runner by Drake. Diener is knocked in.
I don't think he's missed yet.
Head coach Bill Miller had a nice chat with him before the game, but you could pretty much read between the lines as I was talking to him. He knew this was going to be a long night for him. He didn't want to admit to it directly, but kind of had a few shy remarks that kind of indicated he suspected this was going to happen.
Yeah, Appleton North they usually play a little more competitive than this. They've had some pretty good teams the last 4 or 5 years, but you know, that's what injuries and finally playing so well, that's what it'll do to you.
Alness with the foul, his third. If there's one guy that they really can't afford to lose, not that's going to make a difference one way or another, it's him.
Yeah, Fowler's playing well tonight, though.
And thus far, they've kept the intensity level high. It's, when you look at the scoreboard as a player, you know it's going well when Foster banks it off the glass on a free throw. When you look at that scoreboard, it's tough to keep the adrenaline flowing when you know you've got an easy basketball game at this point. Yeah, Foster 1 for 2. And now he'll knock down the 14-footer.
Yeah, Fond du Lac, even if you're up by 20, 30 points, if you're loafing out there, you're going to be sitting on the bench. Coach Sheehan wants you to play hard all 32 minutes.
Well, that's a game like this, you can get away with not playing hard later, but it'll come back to haunt you in another basketball game.
Right.
Look away pass down to the baseline, a runner by Hoodorf, but a blocking foul on Fond du Lac. Nice look away over the shoulder pass. Travis Diener with the personal foul, his first. And to the free throw line will go Eric Hodorf to shoot a pair. It's their first trip to the line tonight. This one's going to be short and wide right. Back in for Fond du Lac's Tim Lloyd, as Foster will come out. So 1 out of 2 for Hodorf. And they're going to have to work their pants off with 1:05 to go in a half to get to double digits before halftime in the scoring. Only 7 points for the Lightning. Skip pass cross court. Jekyll penetration back to the far side. Off the hands of Joe Michaels, out of bounds. Back to North.
That was a good look by Jesse. I don't think Joe was expecting the pass there.
So Linus to bring it across the timeline for Appleton North. Stutter steps, bounce pass. Last touched by Lloyd as it goes out of bounds. 45 seconds to go in the first half of play. Lightning finally getting in on the bounce pass to Hodorf. Ball above his head at the three-point arc. Cross court off the hands of Vandenberg, runs it down, gets it back to reload the offense. 35 seconds now to go in the half. Clock rolling. Ball tipped away by Fond du Lac's Drake Diener with exactly 1/2 minute left. So Lightning once again will inbound side court. Finally get it in the lob. Hodorf with it. Just inside the half-court mark with 22 seconds to go. Lightning probably going to look for one right now. No, they think better of it, and wow, there's got to be a foul, and there will be. Bodies all over the court. They're called on Jekyll, his first personal. And Linus to the line to shoot a pair. With 17 seconds to go now in the half. Misses the front. Up off the Brian Krause in for the first time for Appleton North, a 6'1" junior. Linus to attempt his second free throw. And he gets 1 out of 2. So the Cardinals now should get the last look at things here with 15 seconds to go in the half. Leading at 35-8. Clock rolling down. Off the penetration, get down to Michaels. He'll lay it in.
Great play.
Clock rolls. Nice penetration and dish off. And we've come to the end of the first half of play here from the Redbird Arena. At the end of 1/2 of play, your Wisconsin EPS scored. The Cardinals 37 and the Lightning 8. I will remind you our halftime activities today brought to you by Baker's String Cheese. With only 79 calories in each stick, it's the perfect snack food for the kids. The fun food that's so easy, just peel and eat. And it's healthy for you. High protein, 100% natural. That is Baker's String Cheese, the official halftime snack food of our video sports team, available at fine food stores everywhere. Baker's String Cheese of St. Cloud. Halftime also brought to you by KFC, featuring home delivery. Take the hassle of mealtime with KFC. Well, the first half here has been all Fond du Lac Cardinals. At the midpoint, your Wisconsin EPS score. The Cards 37 and the Lightning 8. Mark and I will be back and recap the first half of play right after this on your Cardinal Basketball Report.
Before you head to the rink this season, you have to stop first at the Sports Shop 2 or the Pony Box. They both have a full line of our CCM and Mega gear, and a new line of figure skates from Rydell to Lake Placid. That's the Sports Shop 2 and the Penalty Box. any Baker string cheese?
Yes, here. Save some for your brother's lunch.
Come expand with us. We're Wisconsin EPS, and we supply the Midwest leaders in the building, manufacturing, packaging, and roofing industries with the best in polystyrene products. Our ability to provide solutions to these many industries has made Wisconsin EPS the leader in polystyrene. We're expanding into the millennium. Come expand with us in a growing, ever-changing company, Wisconsin EPS.
One doesn't get your toe tapping, check your pulse. You may be dead. Here it is, coming to you in living cola. Refreshing Pepsi Cola. From the wonderful folks who put the R in cola. I'll be signing off now, because it's my bedtime. I'll catch you on the flip side. Be there.
I like this job.
Welcome back to the Redbird Arena at halftime. Your Wisconsin EPS score has the Cardinals out in front, 38-7. Well, Mark, if payback was on the minds, certainly the Cardinals are up to the feet tonight as they have come out smoking here in every facet of the basketball game. Offensively, they're red hot, playing some great defense, getting a lot of people involved. They're ready to play against a team as a lesser opponent.
Yeah, they're really playing hard at the defense end of the floor. It's creating easy baskets for them. You know, they're playing about as good as they could be playing right now. Like you said, scoring, defense, rebounding, you know, creating turnovers. You know, they got it going in every category tonight.
Let's take a look here at the first half stats.
Well, Fond du Lac shot 18 for 23 for 78%, 3 for 6 from the line, 50%, 8 rebounds and 4 turnovers. Appleton North was 3 for 10, 30%, 2 for 4 from the free throw line for 50%. They had 5 rebounds and 6 turnovers.
And as we take a look at the scoring leaders in tonight's basketball game, Fond du Lac is led by Drake Diener with 16 points in the first half. Dallas chips in with 7. Lead the way for the Cardinals, and Hodorf is leading scorer for the Appleton North Lightning. He has 3 points. And other than that, they only had 4 people that scored, period. They had a 3, 2, 2, and 1, and that's their extent with only 8 points to go here in the first half of play. Well, we'd like to remind you, our stats are brought to you by KFC, featuring home delivery. Take the hassle out of mealtime with KFC. And today's game also brought to you by Jackson Call Insurance of Fond du Lac, who's joined forces to form one great agency, all under the same roof. That's Mitch Call, Bob Call, and Bob Jackson. Because they work for themselves, they work harder for you. Give them a call at 923-4020. Along with Wisconsin EPS. Expanding into the millennium. Come expand with us. That's Wisconsin EPS. Also the proud sponsor of our scoreboards all year long. And Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile Company, ceramic and quarry tile, slate, and marble. All installed by our professional craftsmen since 1948. The Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile Company. Give them a call at 922-2910. And Holiday Automotive of Fond du Lac. See the new Oldsmobile Alero at Holiday Automotive. Also the sponsor of our play of the game coming up a little bit later tonight. That's Holiday Automotive, 23 and 41 in Fond du Lac. Well, about ready for the second half to start here momentarily. We'll step aside for one last break. Once again, your Wisconsin EPS halftime score, the Cardinals 37 and the Lightning 8. We'll be right back.
Todd Thompson. Ooh, it's the Colonel Dude, bearing gifts.
Right now, the Colonel's gonna give you a holiday deal and a free sandwich.
The Duke of Drumsticks, Sultan of Sandwiches.
Get 10 pieces of KFC original recipe for just $8.99. plus a coupon to try the new original recipe sandwich free.
Colonel's cool. Colonel's cool. Actually, I'm cold. At KFC, we do chicken right.
Welcome back to the Redbird Arena as we're just getting underway to start the second half of play. The Appleton Lightning with the basketball. And they'll take a long three and won't go. And the Cardinals cheating at a break. Get it down to Dallas. Lets the defense go by and knocks it in off the glass. Dallas now with 9 points in the basketball game. Cardinals extend their lead now to 31 at 39-8. Lightning with the basketball, working it to the near side. David Platt off the dribble, back, swing it between their rings. That's Allness now on the dribble. They continue to have him a long ways from the basket, working him high. Look at the whole offense. They've got nobody within 15 feet of the basket right now, and Fond du Lac just pushing him totally away. Bounce pass inside, picked off by Drake. Get it to Dallas. And Dallas again gets out in front of the pack and gets 2 more quick ones.
Yeah, he can run the floor real well, and he's going to score a lot of easy baskets this year.
41-8. I suspect Fond du Lac starters will probably go 3-4 minutes here, and they may be done for the evening.
Well, their defense, taking, right here, their defense is strong as it was in the first half.
And they're converting, they're taking those defensive efforts, the turnovers, and putting them into points in the board very quickly. Points off turnovers. Fond du Lac is huge in that column tonight.
Yeah, what you want to do is you want to bury a team in the first 3 minutes of every half. They're doing it right here.
And Fond du Lac again off the miss. Get it to Dallas again. Treating in a break, this time up off the glass. 2 more. Dallas out running the court very, very well. Filling the lanes.
That's 2 good pump fakes he had this half. And earned them 4 points there.
Dallas with all 6 points here for Fond du Lac in the second half. 3-pointer on the way, front of the rim, pulled on by Travis Diener. Again, Fond du Lac really pushing. They get it down. And an offensive foul, take away the basket. They'll call it on Travis Diener after he dishes it off to Lloyd left side. On the follow through, will get the offensive foul. Travis picks up his second personal. Things will get a little bit more difficult for Fond du Lac this weekend as they hit the road and go up to Oshkosh West, and that's not an easy place to play against a good basketball team.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game. Oshkosh West will match up real well against Fond du Lac. It should be a good game. It's a tough place to play up there. Of course, they got us last year when we played them there. And,
well, Danny Weiss is finally gone after 4 years at the varsity level for West, but they have Tigert back. He's a heck of a good athlete.
They got about 5-6 players who contributed last year on last year's team. They got them back this year, so they're going to be a real tough team to beat.
Fond du Lac is picked by many in the conference, but right behind them you've got Oshkosh West. Appleton or Oshkosh North is again, as they usually are, figured to be pretty tough. Kaukauna figured to be one of the upper echelon teams.
It's a real good conference this year with a lot of young players.
3-pointer won't go. Climbing the ladder for Fond du Lac was Timmy Lloyd. Gets it out. Now a look away pass down to Drake Diener. Good. Well, Fond du Lac shooting very well. We saw those phenomenal stats. But it's the result of good passing, getting down the court quickly, and getting a lot of people involved with easy shots.
Everyone on Fond du Lac is unselfish. They're willing to make the extra pass, and it's leading to some easy baskets tonight.
And right now, North wants to take a timeout. It's a 20. We'll keep it right here once again. Your Wisconsin EPS score. The Cardinals 45 and the Lightning 8. Today's game brought to you by Fond du Lac Decorating. Next time your home or business is in need of some painting or decorating, give Dave a call at Fond du Lac Decorating. For over 20 years, fine workmanship has always been a trademark of Fond du Lac Decorating. You always will receive prompt, courteous service. Call 922-8051. That's Fond du Lac Decorating. And Monpaz Grocery Express, where the pumps are open, and they pump the gas for you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 9 and 2. Monpaz Grocery Express in Fond du Lac. Well, off the timeout. Lightning to inbound underneath the basket. They finally get it into the lob feed. Now they're going to reload the offense, get it out high to Platt. He's high over the arc, between the circles, penetration, going right down Main Street, follows it, gets it.
They got to get help quicker than that. He got too deep into the lane there.
Actually, that's the first, what you call breakdown foul defense I can recall all game long. If you can go 2.5 quarters without a breakdown, it's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's the first one I've seen too.
So the Cards with it off to the right side. It's Dallas Diener, and now skip past the Lloyd. Down the baseline, left side's Travis. Inside, cutting to the hoop. It's Dallas once again for 2 more with 8 points here in the quarter. 15 in the game.
15?
47-10, your Wisconsin EPS score. Top of the key. Now lob feed inside to Ulmus. Nice job by Fonlak. Good weak side defense. Nice hands by Timmy Lloyd knocking it away. Out, releasing there. 3-pointer on the way. Bucket for Drake Diener.
They're showing no mercy here.
Not at all. 50-10. Now, they're saying, why does Dick Diener have his starters then up by 40 points at this point? But I'll tell you why, is because what we were talking about a few moments ago, they've got a tough game coming up. And these guys early in the season that need playing time.
Right. When you look at it, you beat teams by 20, 30 points, why should the starters have to sit,
So Final Luck will go to the Pines here a little bit, as Foster will come in along with Jekyll. Their typical first pair off the Pines. Shut off the baseline is short by Platt. Should have mentioned, we talked about that hockey game we're going to have for you on Tuesday night. Looking at my schedule here, that is a 7 o'clock face-off. David thought it might be, and indeed it should be a 7 o'clock at the FIC. We'll have it for you at 9:30. Travis goes to the glass and lays it in. Travis has had a night. Certainly hasn't been needed in this game, leaving by...
Yeah, I don't think he shot that much. He's looking to, I think he's looking to pass first tonight and shoot second.
And take away by Travis Diener. It's got Thomas to the left. Gonna leave it off for him. Off the glass, 2 more. Very unselfish play by Travis Diener. Could have taken that himself if he wished, but he had the trailer and Thomas and left.
He wants to get everyone involved.
Pull up by Ulmus. Final act with here they come on a push. He'll pull the line now off to the baseline. Jesse Jake will lose the handle. Back to the.
I think that final, the more they get everyone involved, the better team they're going to be. You can have 6, 7 guys who can score points for you. It's only going to make them better towards the end of the year.
Yep. Oh, final lot goes to Pine in time tonight, along with Joe Michaels back in. He saw action in the first half. Climbing on the D right now, get off between the rings to Vandenberg. Now up back to the left side. 3-pointer right away, won't fall for Larson. Final act first to the basketball. Looking down court to Foster. They give it to him. He'll give it to Michaels to the glass.
Yeah.
Good, and a foul. Everyone involved in that exchange. Looking. Well, we talked about who that fan favorite would be. Kind of looking like Joe's got some cheering section over there. Misses the free throw, kept alive, and a foul on Fond du Lac. Probably be Foster. That's it. It is his personal. 2:10 to go in the third quarter of play. Larson across the line, tripped up, and a foul will go on McClyman. His first. 15 foul for far side sidewalk, and mostly got the ball. Did not make it happen, and the defense by
all night. Yep.
Michael at the Jacob back to Foster on a two-man goal, bounce past the Jacob. Back door, give it. They're really getting everybody involved, passing. Good by Michaels as he runs down the loose ball. Back to the free throw line to Foster, loses the handle. Now off to Ryan Lloyd, who's checked in on the last exchange. To Foster.
It's good movement.
Okay, you've got all new players in there right now, Mark, and everybody continues to be on the same page. A lot of ball movement, a lot of movement away from the ball. Down to 1 minute to go in the quarter, and a pull-up by Lloyd off the front of the rim. On the court, should be a jump ball. No, they don't, but the pilot comes away with it. Good hustle again. Three-pointer on the way, book it! Al Foster. Al with 6 points in the basketball game.
They only missed 6 shots this whole game. Unbelievable.
Off the baseline, no good. I've been seeing a lot of blowouts in Final Night basketball, but I don't recall one quite this bad in a long time. 59-10. 10 points into the fourth quarter in another 20 seconds.
Yeah, Appleton North, their game plan, they're coming down, taking. Having one pass and taking a shot right away. They're not as patient as they were from the start.
They're going to struggle this season. The
Filex just burying them.
Foster to the glass. No good. And we third quarter after 3 complete. Wisconsin EPS score. The Fond du Lac Cardinals 59 and the Lightning North. We'll be back for the final 8. This on your Cardinal basketball.
Mid-States Aluminum the nation with creative solutions. Mid-States Aluminum, people makes the difference.
We're open at Mom 12 movie Mom Paz and 12.
Welcome back to the Red after 3 quarters. Leads at 59. Mark, let's take a look at the third quarter stats.
Well, 10 for 12 that quarter, which makes them 28 for 35 for the game. Appleton North was 1 for 3. Only got 3 shots off.
Wow.
They had 3 rebounds and 3 turnovers, while Fond du Lac had 5 rebounds and 1 turnover.
This is what you call domination in every way, shape, and form. The Cardinals with the McClyman between the rings to Ryan Lloyd, and we've got a foul away from the basketball on Fond du Lac. And it's going to go Michaels? Yep.
I think there's a, was it Michaels?
Yeah, his first personal. Oh, Lightning with but 2 points in the third quarter of play. 4 points in the first and 4 points in the second. Not action.
The ref bailed them out there.
And they'll get Foster on the foul, his second personal.
You see, whenever that big guy touches it, they got about 2 or 3 Fond du Lac players surrounding him, so they really want to shut him down. What does he got? 2 points?
Yes, exactly what he's got. To the line, he'll miss the front. We'll get one more. And while they're tracking down the loose ball, I'll remind you, today's game brought to you by Jetstream Car Wash of Fond du Lac. Since 1962, Fond du Lac's original car wash with 2 locations to serve you. on Pioneer and Scott Street in Fond du Lac. That's Jetstream Car Wash. Missing a pair. Ball kept alive by Michaels. And finally run down in the corner by Chuck Galloway. He'll lose it out of bounds, and it'll go back to Fond du Lac. What was that? Who? Lloyd will take a three. Tim Lloyd with the trade. Away with it. Get it down to Jaco on the baseline. Off to the climbing that nearest Lloyd. Back the key to the far side. On the baseline. Pull off the rim, won't go. Fond missed a shot, but Jaco fouls it, puts it back for two. Six to 10. Bad pass. This is way too easy. Take it to the glass. Oh! Yeah. Michael's lost on the way up. I think he is wanting to stuff it. Has he got those capabilities? Can he get up that high? 6'4". He'd have to be jumper.
He worked on his vertical in the offseason.
Another errant pass. And Fond du Lac's going to take a timeout. With 9:49 to go in the, or check that, 5:49 to go in the ball game. Your Wisconsin EPS score, Fond du Lac 64 and Appleton North 10. We'll be right back.
Run off, stick it early. Put her in a good spot, okay?
Back at the Redbird Arena, Mark talking off the air here. One of our local area athletes, Elizabeth Dudley, who I guess you could say you're familiar with, playing up at UWGB. He's getting a lot of playing time and having some pretty good success up there for the Phoenix.
They got a real young team up there, so she's getting some quality minutes.
Good to see that. Former North Fond du Lac Cardinals inside of 5.5 now with the basketball. Everything's pretty much academic except the final score. Lloyd with it. Back top of the key. Into the ball game is Joe Dilling there, number 32. For Justin Kaiser also in. Dilling will take the shot, miss. Kaiser on the rebound. And he will travel. So let's set who finals got on the court. McClyman, Lloyd, Kaiser, Dilling, and Michaels. Last night, Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs Gals with a win over the Mayville Cardinals. Their first win in the season on the conference play.
Can you believe they got 10 points?
You kind of wonder sometimes how they got the 10, huh?
2 points in the third quarter it was. And
They've got 2 points so far in the second half.
Yeah, about 12 minutes they got 2 points.
Ben Wisniewski into the ball game for Fond du Lac as Ryan Lloyd will leave. So everybody's been in the game now for Fond du Lac, with the exception of Robbie Zwick. And I'm sure he'll be here shortly. Foul away from the basket.
on Fond du Lac. And it's going to go on Kaiser, I guess. And to the line will go Alness, where he is for 2. Hey, a quarter. Shut out. Now one leading score in the game, 4 points. Make it 4. He hits a pair. Bit of a by the Fond du Lac students. Got a state basket.
Yeah, they made up some.
The golden ball. And Zick is into the basketball game now. At the ball there momentarily. Now off to McClyman. Back to Zwick. He's on the left side sidewalk. Pass to the near side McClyman. Just over 4 minutes left. Fond du Lac now just pulling it out and being a little bit more patient. Zwick dribble. Look, he's got a lane down low to Kaiser. He once and injury
there.
Oh, he looks like he didn't see exactly how he came down, but certainly looks to be in some pain.
Yeah.
On Hodorf, his first. And take an injury timeout. Now hopefully we'll back. 3:50. 64 to 12.
Board meeting.
Welcome back to the Redbird Arena. As Hodorf able to get off the court. Looks like he just got maybe turned an ankle.
Yeah, I think he rolled his ankle.
This one here. One out of check that 0 for 2 for Kaiser for Fond du Lac. Alness with it to the left side. Get down low, ball free on the court. Alness picks it up. Bad pass, knocked free, then run down by Platt. Now they're going to reload the offense with 3.5 to go.
Still see Fond du Lac still playing pretty hard.
And last touched by Platt, and it will go back to Fond du Lac. Yeah, they are. Mark, they're playing real hard. And we have a timeout here? I believe so. Timeout on the court with 3:22 left. Your Wisconsin EPS score, Cardinals 64 and the Lightning 12. We'll be right back. We'll remind you to take advantage of today's low Jackson Call Mortgage of Fond du Lac. Remember, because they work for themselves, they work harder for you. Give them a call at 923-4020. So off the 22nd timeout, Fond du Lac right back with it. Between the arcs. Little two-man game now over to Zwick.
Look for Wisniewski to start.
Well, he's got the now skip pass back. Seems to be very, very patient. McClyman. And a fall. Nope. Oh, Traveling. Violation final. The Lightning. Back to the near side. Take the long. Won't go. Final lax. Kaiser leaving the back for Simon. Just minutes to go. The Zwick.
The defense. So,
like Andy.
Looks like that.
Hold. Another time. Pass won't. How much? 19? Well, I don't think there's any way. I think we could give another quarter to that. Get it down low to the baseline. The turner nowhere near. Final act with it. On the board. Inside of a minute. Robbie turns it over. He's going to take another. With one timeout in the court. He'll lead it 64.
Source for letter jackets throughout the black area. Store for youth wrestling and basketball supplies. Badgers to Badgers and Packers, let sports be your store. And Saturday from Team Sports, Fondy across.
Also next week, Thursday, we'll try to get back on winning. And the North ball game, that's a get a lot more opportunity. A minute. Ryan Lloyd now pick basketball, and who do they have? It's going to go Kaiser, his second. And it will be a foul as it's over the limit, 1+1.
It's against, they played New Holstein about 10 years ago. I think they held them 19. Looks like they're going to shatter that record.
That actually is a pretty amazing feat to hold someone to 19 points, but here you look at, well, they just got 13. Free throws. Flat.
They're probably putting McClain here to get some. Want to get that
point cushion yet to work with. Is going to break 48 off to Cardinals just running a lot of now. I don't think they're even caring about taking any more shots. And a reach is going to go against Dave Platt. It will be number 2. Exactly 1/2 minute left.
Looks like Appleton North's going to here this year.
I would tend to think so. It will certainly help when they get Temperley back. Their second team all conference, but help. They do have a couple other players out with illness or the suspension, I should say. But certainly
they got that record.
Got it to go. Well, the game mercifully comes to a close. Your Wisconsin finals. The final at Cardinals 64. have you back. This on your Cardinal basketball report.
Before you head to the rink this season, you have to stop first at the Sports Shop 2 or the Pony Box. They both have a full line of our CCM and Mega Gear, and a new line of figure skates from Rydell to Lake Placid. That's the Sports Shop 2 and the Penalty Box.
Come expand with us. We're Wisconsin EPS, and we supply the Midwest leaders in the building, manufacturing, packaging, and roofing industries with the best in polystyrene products. Our ability to provide solutions to these many industries has made Wisconsin EPS the leader in polystyrene. We're expanding into the millennium. Come expand with us in a growing, ever-changing company, Wisconsin EPS.
Sue Kemp of Fond du Lac.
This dealership is wonderful. I would recommend it to anyone. The people are wonderful, helpful, excellent service. Holiday is a company that I would recommend to anyone. Excellent dealership. I wouldn't go anywhere else. If the car I want is here, this is where I am.
Holiday, holiday, holiday.
Back to the Redbird Arena, your Wisconsin EPS final tonight. Cardinals 6-4 and the Lightning of Appleton 6. The number correct. That's a school record for allowing only 16 points. You're to best of your knowledge, 19.
I think for sure. I'm almost sure. It was
I would have no idea, so I'll go by you.
It was 19 points.
So I guess that's. They had their way with this team tonight. They overmatched. Keep in mind that North has got a few players already. Temporarily, certainly their biggest loss, and have a couple more via suspension. Don't know exactly how much they would factor into the game, but finally that just comes in. And you made the point someplace through the course of the game about how you want out in the first half and the second half and really put them away, and they did that in both.
They came out of the gates, to start with the game tonight. I think they had them down like 25 to something like that right away. Just put them away right away. Two guys I would think had a great game were Drake and Dallas Dean. I think they played well. That's all tonight.
And they ran the court. A lot of point turnovers, which are always key.
Yep. Next week is going to. I'd tell anyone, if the game is going to be a good one up there.
West on when was the next?
I guess it's the
11th. Okay, and that should be a heck of a bad game up at Ashgabat West, and certainly the competition factor will take a few notches up. And a good judge of where exactly this team.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Final stats.
Okay, Fond du Lac. 40 times, making 30 for 30%. 3 for line for 33% with 20 rebounds. The North was 5 for 20 from 50%, 10 rebounds and 10 turnovers.
Scoring tonight with 16 points at half, another 5 in the second half for 20, 15. 7 and 8 in the second half. Nobody gets anywhere near 6 points, and Ulden finishes 4 points.
Yeah, they really.
And to the game and different, exciting play from the second half. That Phoenix comes on and a big contribution in tonight's. play of the game. Court to Foster. To him. He'll get it to Michaels. To the head. And a foul. Well, Mark, we saw Fond du Lac's, even the reserve unit, continuing to execute. Got great going, got some nice passes. End up with Michaels taking it to the hoop, getting the foul and the basket.
Yeah, it's real. You're going to see that from, all 14 Fond du Lac has this year. Everyone's that extra pass, and that's what you need to be a good team.
And it is our play of the game. And you can see the new Oldsmobile Alero at Holiday Automotives. They're at a corner of Highway 23 and 41 of Fond du Lac, the sponsor of our play of the game. That's Holiday Automotive. Once again, our final here tonight, the Fond du Lac 1-0 in the FVA this season. A very impressive 64 over the Lightning of Appleton North. Lightning now fall to 0-1 in conference play, 0-2 overall on the season. Fond du Lac overall now a perfect 3-0 for the Cardinals. Well, I'll remind you of action coming your way on next week. High school hockey. Cardinals will Blue Line FIC to take on the Golden Dam. That's a 7 o'clock. Have it for you 9:30 on Tuesday. Tuesday will be up the Ledge. Ledgers will take on the Fighting Orioles of tip-off for you at 10 on Thursday. Earlier, we'll have high school gals basketball as the Fond du Lac Lady Cardinals. I think it's Oshkosh West. Like real quick, it's Oshkosh West. That would be back. Well, my thanks go out to our crew here from Matt Bastian and Nancy Pfeiffer.